Hello, and welcome back as we get ready to plow this one into a tree at 140 miles per hour. In Perfidious, Pete plays XCOM, War of the Chosen. No, wait, 140 miles an hour into a tree? Wrong guy. Wrong guy. That was the other one. This guy is Vin Diesel, the man who once ate 5,432 regulation hockey pucks in a single sitting. Yeah, that's right, Internet. Perfidious Pete was around back when that site originally launched and when it was dedicated to Vin Diesel and not Chuck Norris. It was first random facts about Vin Diesel. I'm that old school. And you know what? It was better when it was Vin Diesel. It was. You heard me, Internet. Vin Diesel, he's better than Chuck Norris. Come at me. That's all I got to say. Come at me. Hell, you know what, Chuck Norris, if you're watching this, you can come at me, homeboy. You're 78 years old. And I may be no physical Adonis or even in particularly good shape, but I'm still a pretty big dude. And I guarantee you, Norris, I can take you down with a crossbody tackle and then just kick away your medic alert bracelet and watch you flail around on the ground with your broken ass old man hip. What are you gonna do? You're 80 years old, Norris. I can take you. Besides, Vin Diesel, he's a badass from my generation. Occasionally is stranded on a desert planet and is the sole reason that anyone survives. Has promiscuous sex with many attractive ladies while fighting terrorists with extreme sports. What did Chuck Norris ever do? Got his ass whomped the one time in a movie with Bruce Lee in it? Give me a hero who conquered the necromongers. That's what my generation wants. We want the movie that almost completely ruined the Riddick franchise.
Commander, good to see you.
Still feel sorry for Carl Urban.
Welcome to the bridge.
You know what? Fanny Newton was in that too. Colm Feore, Judi Dench. How the hell did she wind up in that?
Advent controls everything.
Keith David. How? You know what? Honestly, how did that movie actually suck?
The military.
What did David Toohey do?
Take it all back.
All-star cast: Carl Urban, Fanny Newton, Colm Feore, Vin Diesel, Judi Dench, Keith David. And yet somehow watching that film is still like spending 2 hours watching a smoldering pile of garbage. Just like, you know, it was on fire at one point, but now there's not even that left. It's not even entertaining as watching garbage burn. It's just like a smoldering pile of garbage that occasionally just gives off a wisp of smoke. David Toohey, what the hell happened to you?
Some time here to investigate the area and meet their leader.
I mean, okay, whatever. So we picked up Inside Job 1, Decoys and Deceptions. We also can build a covert action in the ring. Speaking of which, that's not a terrible idea. We should get a construction project started before we begin scanning. Are you done yet, Betos? Are you just gonna... No, you and Chuck Norris would get along fine. You ramble on like an 80-year-old. You gonna tell us about how you used to walk around with an onion on your belt, which was the style at the time, and how quarters used to have pictures of bees on them? Give me 5 bees for a quarter, you'd say? Or was that nickels? Probably nickels.
I greet you as an ally facing a shared enemy. My followers...
You know, guys, as much as I'd love to have some of you guys on the agenda this time, we just don't. We got instead bonds of war and feedback.
By technology of our own design.
Got some supplies. You know, we're going to say not now to this. Let's meet the Reaper, I guess, too. Come on, Volk, get your 2 cents in as well.
Resistance contacts just tipped us off to a site worth investigating.
Yeah.
Commander, we've just made contact with a new faction of the Resistance.
Fantastic. I guess Volk's going to get in his 2 cents worth, too, because everybody's got to have their say. What is this, Congress?
At this location now to start benefiting from our newfound
cooperation. Yeah, come on, get this filibuster started, then.
Through discipline, we have
Scavengers and infiltrate. Got a new action in the ring. We don't have a ring built, but we definitely need to build one like as quickly as possible. And do we want to build that first, or would we rather build the Guerrilla Tactics School? You know, the pathway to making the Guerrilla Tactics School useful actually requires us to have promotions, really, since we're doing this uniclass build. I think building the resistance ring first is actually the smarter move. Let's go ahead and get it started.
I'll send word when it's up and running.
Yeah, can you start digging some stuff here?
Before I can start clearing out some of these other rooms.
You and Dr. Teigen can't compete to which one of you wants more funding first, huh? Dr. Teigen wants more scientists, you want more engineers. You know what? Write up a proposal and put it on my desk. You want grant money? We're gonna do this by the book. What have we got here? Some supplies? Alright, let's get down here and get to scanning. Grab these supplies. It's early. We can still make use of supplies. If nothing else, Tygan and Lily need plenty of ink and paper for writing up all the proposal I'm going to rubber stamp with a no fucking way. Pete, do you actually have a no fucking way rubber stamp? Yes, I do, actually. It's you'd be surprised how handy it actually turns out to be. It really lets somebody know that not only are you saying no to their proposal, but that you're irritated that they had the gall to ask. Modular weapons is finished. That unlocks mag weapons, which if we had a scientist, I would probably just go straight into. Alien biotech. Hybrid materials unlocks armor for us. That's fine. We can get that started as well. We should be able to snatch these supplies and get ourselves a mission here, Dr. Tygan. Somebody, come on. Team needs something to do here. 53 supplies. What we really need is an engineer here. I mean, I would prefer that to be literally anything but rookies, because I'm just gonna fire them. You know what? I'm gonna go actually to Skirmisher HQ. I don't want rookies. We don't need them. We can't really make use of them. I could just add some skirmishers in there, but we don't. I mean, we've got all the people we're probably gonna need unless we have a catastrophic number of deaths.
We'll have a better chance of finding openings to strike back at
Operation Swamp Tomb. Dr. Andy Green, engineer, got to protect the device. Let's do it.
Our window of opportunity is limited, so we'll have to move fast.
I'm excited that it's Dr. Andy Green, because when I saw Andy for a minute, I thought it was going to be Dr. Andy Dick, and I was going to be like, nah, you know what? Let him die. So let's get, you're fired, you're fired. You're fired. Everybody's fired. What do we want? We want the all Vin Diesel crew. We're taking Dominic Toretto, Xander Cage, Richard B. Riddick, and you know what? Give me Calder. I mean, Calder doesn't technically have a last name and a last witch hunter, but I figured we'd just call him Calder Hunter. He's only referred to as Calder in the movie. Hanging out with Jon Snow's girlfriend. You think Jon Snow was upset at Kit Harington that he was hanging out with that? With your grit. Oh, Jon Snow. Oh, don't kiss me like that, Vin Diesel. Oh, where'd you learn to do that, Vin Diesel? Pete, your grit needs work. And okay, admittedly, I also got a little kind of a throat thing going here. Oh, just maybe a summer cold coming on, perhaps. Oh, Jon Snow. You know nothing, Jon Snow. Okay, your grit is actually getting progressively worse. Let's just stick to doing badass Vin Diesel impressions. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. Vin Diesel is also terrible, Pete. Yeah, I know, but, you know, I'm doing it. All my impressions are terrible. Let's go protect this device.
Protect that device at all costs. Hostile forces are already moving to destroy the data.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for making it really urgent, John. I appreciate it. So, Riddick, we're going to have you come up here, open this door. Our team is super fast. That's one thing to remember. We got to make use of our speed, or at least attempt to make use of our speed. We've got the grappling hooks. We've got the ability to pull enemies to us. We got a lot of things going for us, and I'm still really concerned about this campaign because I don't know if skirmishers are going to turn out to be very good or not. They start off really strong. Like, the skirmisher starting abilities may have the best overall selection, because the grapple strike thing and free movement from grappling hook are both amazingly good. The problem is as the tree goes down and you get deeper into it, they still don't have much going for them. Everybody else scales progressively. Like, they scale dramatically in the upward fashion, in that they get considerably better as the campaign progresses. Everybody else gets better dramatically, whereas skirmishers, I don't know if they've got necessarily the upward mobility of many of your other classes. They feel like maybe they're going to be kind of stuck in like a yuppie pattern. They want to be upwardly mobile, but
I take a new approach.
the man is keeping them down. We got a time limit here, so I'm just going to use our grapples to get us some free movement.
Utilizing hook.
Yeah, Dom, not the first time Dominic Toretto has used a grappling hook, although normally he has it attached to the front of a car. Then it does some kind of, like, sweet, badass flip. Alright, so Richard Riddick is less enthused by the grappling hook. Riddick, where can you grapple to, buddy? Let's get you a grapple target. There's got to be... You really don't have one. Alright, I guess Riddick's rolling along on foot here. That's fine. We can have Riddick get close and kind of be our forward scout, except he's going to be the furthest back. Not normally the position one is scouting the forward part from. Technically, I suppose he's a rearward scout, which is not that useful.
I run.
We want to be very careful over here because we already know there's a pod. We don't want to activate them. If we run up to that corner and we're in their vision zone, we'll get detected. We should very assiduously like to avoid doing that. Maybe we just run up behind this barrel instead. Actually, the objective is really far away. That's probably still okay. Here, run up here, Toretto.
Moving.
Quarter mile at a time, bro. Gonna shoot the device again. These pods don't seem exceptionally overpowering. We got like one. We got a sectoid and a regular Advent Trooper. And then another sectoid and a regular Advent Trooper.
Although they bear some resemblance to the sectoids first encountered during the invasion, their genetic structure now includes human DNA. They are
You gotta, like, go faster.
Even greater psionic potential.
Oh, yeah, what we need, though, is Richard B. Riddick to get off of his heels here. I know you're an agent of chaos and you're filled with fury, Riddick, but could you... I mean, it's no wonder they kept throwing you in the slam, man. You couldn't outrun the cops. You gotta be faster, bro. You want to outrun the Hooskow, outrun the Policia, the 5-0, the feds, the federales, the bounty hunters that are constantly on your tail. You gotta go faster, man. It's no wonder John's caught you and put you in those chains. What I'm trying to say here, Riddick, is look, you're real slow, buddy. Real slow. How much? We can't even tell how much health that thing has left. So I think we take Toretto and run him to here. We do have the advantage of our first shot doesn't necessarily end our turn as the skirmisher. That's their one bit. If these guys would come towards us... You know what? We can do some work here. First off, whip a grenade downrange. Let's get this party started. We'll get their attention and hope they come toward us. Come on, this way. Over here. Yoo-hoo! Sexy boys! Come on down over this way, boys. Let old Petey show you what he's got going. Okay, that'll work, actually. So we need one person who can get a shot at that guy standing in the open. Is there any way? No, but we could just grenade him if we want him dead. Don't actually hate that plan.
As you order.
Xander Cage, we want you coming up here, and you're going to throw the old Justice. You cannot Justice the sectoid, though. Why not? I wanted someone to Justice the sectoid out in the open. Like, you can see him from this tile for sure.
I will go.
Can we not Justice him because... Oh, well, that's just delightful. We can't just... The only thing we can actually use Justice on is Advent. Well, ain't that a kick in the pants? I was actually relying on us to be able to use that to do some damage, and instead, now we're going to have to be going big-time grenades here. This is not good. I am not a happy camper. We may wind up leaving that guy in the open because we're not even going to be able to throw a grenade that far. Riddick may not even be able to get a shot. There's nowhere we can grapple to that will not activate another pod. What are your hit chances like here, Riddick? Fucking terrible, though. Well, I was going to say I guess we can grenade our way through all of it, but that's not true because we can't throw one that far. On the plus side, though, we should never have doubted Richard B. Riddick because the man is a dyed-in-the-wool, unbelievable killer. Like, Riddick never misses. We got one ability point from an ambush kill. Call me crazy, but I don't know if we actually was... Technically, was that an ambush? I mean, mostly we just threw grenades at them. It didn't really feel like much of an ambush. I'd love to be able to grapple in a position where we could get 2 shots at the enemy. I don't think it's going to happen, and because I don't think it's going to happen, we're going to rely on them to not be able to kill that turret in a single turn.
Moving.
We're going to try and get a little closer here.
Moving far.
Vin Diesel doesn't exactly have that stellar dialogue that we've all come to expect from a Michael Bay joint. He's got moving, and then when he goes fast, he says, moving far. That's gripping dialogue, Vin. Fantastically done. I'm thinking about coming in here and going around the corner, but I realized I don't want to actually do that. It's a bad idea. These guys will not come toward us. They're going to scamper towards the back, which is unfortunate, but maybe we can make use of a grapple here to get some flank shots. This is why I'm worried about skirmishers. Like, they don't... Oh, never mind. That guy... I was going to say flanked himself, but he actually didn't. So we don't have a flank shot here. We do have a good shot, though. 74% is not terrible. Riddick. You can see him from there, but somehow this is not a flank shot. Gonna admit I'm confused by that, but instead, let's have Richard B. Riddick come up here, grapple to the top, and then just shoot this man in the brain twice. One critical shot. We gotta get Riddick a knife, though. Richard B. Riddick is all about the shank. He loves the shanks. He loves cutlery, man. Knives. That's what Riddick... He needs a shiv. He does not... We gotta get him a shiv. We gotta get Riddick a shiv. See, now, Xander Cage, he'll go full PlayStation on it, bro. You're just going to be on Overwatch, then? And we'll bring you up here, put you on Overwatch, because this means there is either reinforcements on the map or another pod somewhere. There's another pod behind us. What a shot! Dominic Toretto. Iced him. Advent's coming. Oh, but I live my life a quarter mile at a time and one clip at a time. I tend to agree. You really need to, like, focus better. Okay, we can actually do some real damage here. So, fling a justice at this man, well, this ends your turn, though. If we're gonna do this, before we do it, we should take this ghetto shot. Or alternatively, we could just move to make your grapple. Yeah, let's do that. We'll move and make your grapple more likely. Then we have Dominic Toretto. Flick the jab out here. Get you some of that sweet Jordana Brewster. Oh, he whiffed it. Yeah, I don't like really that attack can miss. That's most unfortunate. Where can we grapple to here? We could grapple up here, which is decidedly not useful. Well, it could let us drop in for a flank shot, I suppose. Before we do that, let's just try this. Since Richard B. Riddick does not have any more bullets left in the gun, and the fact that the bullpup only comes with 3 bullets also sort of sucks. Let's see if we can pull this guy into the open. Nope. Yeah, you failed actually miserably, in fact. Well, we're going to have to go for the high mobility move then, so we dash over to here with the grapple. We have Calder Hunter come down here on the flank. You know what? Stand in the open, Calder. Pete, why are you standing in the open? Don't worry, I got a plan. We're going to hit this man with a justice that almost certainly can't miss. Pull him out of cover. Stab him in the liver. And we're going to follow that up with a shot that will be against somebody's flank because the guy's standing in the open now. So we send Xander Cage out here. Get extreme sports on him. I mean, technically you should be killing him with like a skateboard or possibly a ski board. A ski board? Snowboard, perhaps, was the word you were looking for there, Pete? Some kind of extreme sports equipment. Like, I don't know, maybe kill him with a set of rollerblades or something. You should not be doing it with a gun. Wait, never mind. Xander Cage killed a bunch of people with a gun in the sequel to that. Like in Triple X 2, they killed all kinds of people with guns. Also, the Triple X, The Return of Xander Cage, gonna just put this out there. Not a very good movie, actually. Somehow worse than the first one. Was it better or worse than Triple X State of the Union? I mean, that's a tough call. It's like asking... Pete, if your odds are waking up in a bathtub in Mexico missing a kidney, or alternatively Let's say waking up aboard an alien spaceship with an uncomfortable feeling in your rectal area. Like, which one are you gonna choose? It's a pretty tough decision, I'm not gonna lie. Expanded magazine is supremely useful for us. PCS speed is actually also pretty useful for us. Skirmishers go fast, making them go faster is even better. The faster we can run that quarter mile, the more pink slips we can win.
Hello, Commander.
The more...
Council you once knew.
What was
is
the
no
front
more.
for
Its membership
Toretto's
have
company in
also
the original
loyalty
Fast and
to
Furious?
the
Like, they had
administration.
the more NOS we
With
can buy,
one
which means
exception.
we
It is
can
good to see you
pump
again.
money through our
The day since your capture,
auto body
I have
repair
done
shop
all
that's
I
definitely
can to
not a
aid the
front for stolen
resistance
cars
from
at
the
all.
inside.
Yeah.
It was these resistance operatives that
Also, if you're
provided
running a criminal
intel
empire
leading to
there,
your
Toretto,
recent
how come you made your sister,
extraction?
like, wait
As of
tables at a
now,
lunch
the
stand?
resistance forces are
What up with that?
somewhat disorganized.
You couldn't have given her just a cushy office
If we
job
were to
at the
defeat Advent and
auto body
Reagan
shop? She couldn't have been, like, the
masters,
receptionist or
you
something?
must change this.
I mean, Jordana
Before
Brewster's pretty
it is
smart.
too
If nothing
late.
else, she could have helped you cook the books.
What you are seeing are classified reports of missing
Nah, let her
civilians from
take
across
chicken
the
salad
world.
sandwiches to Paul Walker.
Their numbers
That won't leave her widowed to raise a kid all on her own.
suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown.
You know, Optimus Prime, we're playing all skirmishers here. We were sort of born there. Also, it reminds me a little bit of those weird tubes the Necromongers had all over their ship, which means technically Richard B. Riddick already owns it, because in the Necromonger Empire, you keep what you kill.
Find this black site
And he stabbed Colm Feore in the head.
Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good
Personally, if
luck,
I'm in Colm Feore's
Commander.
position there in the Chronicles of Riddick, I think I'd let Carl Urban kill me.
New objective added.
Research resistance communications, fly to the black site, make contact. Yeah, okay, we'll put it on the agenda there, but it's deep at the bottom of the agenda.
Another serious blow to the
We need to
enemy's
get a
efforts
covert
to
operations
defend
ring up and running
impressive
as quickly
work.
as possible, so we're gonna have to dig out some more of these alien debris. Yeah, I mean, Lily, what does it look like
we
I'm
should
doing
keep
here?
looking for more recruits, though. We'll need them to staff the facilities once they're built.
Welcome to the XCOM project, by the way, Engineer Green. Here is your shovel. It is also green. I color-coded it for your convenience.
We could probably use this space for a new facility. Excavation is underway, Commander, but it's going to take some time to get.
Now, you know what? Just get it all out of your system, Lily. Go ahead and keep talking. It's fine. Now you clam up, huh? Seems about right. Speaking of clamming up, my actually throat is really bothering me a little bit. I'm going to head this one off at the pass. If you enjoyed it, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more random facts about Vin Diesel, like, for instance, did you know that the Washington Monument was actually carved by Vin Diesel? He did. He carved it from a solid block of basalt in a single day using only a spoon that he stole from a Denny's.
Not under my watch, anyway. The aliens took everything from humanity, and we aim to take it back. It's that simple. What people choose to do with their lives beyond that point is up to them.
I'm so weary of your propaganda, Volk. You're trying to be like, oh, the Reapers are great. I mean, we already did the Reaper campaign, Volk. We know they're great. You know what? Let Betos talk up her faction. You guys had your shot. It's Betos' turn. We're going to see if she can stand and deliver. He wouldn't have been awesome if Vin Diesel was in the Stand and Deliver remake. Pretty sure that was Dwayne The Rock Johnson, though. Who also is loosely affiliated with the Vin Diesel. I mean, they're by and large the largest bald men. They're kind of the same dude. Anyway, if you enjoyed the episode, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more Vin Diesel, you know what to do. Right now, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.